Hey, what is going on, guys? The official Mxli here, and welcome back to another series that I'm going to be starting, and this is called Progression. So, it's basically a skyblock type map in which you need to trade items with villagers to kind of progress on with the map and complete it. And basically, I'm doing this in between Season 1 and 2 of Amplified Survival, just to kind of give it a break and give you guys something new just for the time being. But I'll quickly show you. I'll quickly show you these signs here and those signs there. Don't really matter about the rest of these. Those are kind of useful, but I'll show you those in a minute. So, welcome to Progression, a map made by Just Cam H, or Just Cam... I don't know how to say it. But Progression is a survival-based map similar to Skyblock, just like I said. The major twist is that you must trade with villagers to get the essential items required to progress through this map. So, press the button to start, which I'm not going to do. We're going to read these goals. So, one of our goals is to go to the Nether, which requires Miner level 4. Beat the Ender Dragon, which requires Summoner level 4. Beat the Elder Guardian, which requires Summoner level 4. This is to do with the whole, it's like a lives type thing, and how many lives we can just have hardcore, which we're not going to do. One life only natural regen, no, we're not going to do that. And then there's friendly fire, multiplayer, but this is quite useful. Throwing a water bucket onto dirt will make grass. You can use the Summoner level 3 to get an empty spawner, and just place a spawner, then right click it with a spawn egg. And you can get the spawn eggs from the other ones too. So upgrades, each villager has the ability to be upgraded. Upgrading villagers will make them sell cheaper and unlock new trades. Upgrades can be bought from any villager. So we're going to press the button to get in here. Basically this is just telling us some stuff, but we get 5, shit, I was not meant to do that. We get 5 emeralds and 4 pieces of thing to start, but we actually need to make a purchase to even start off this map, so you need to use one of those emeralds to get some wood. This is unlimited. It is only limited in 1.8, so I am in 1.8, as you can see, because I haven't got my cape, which I actually only recently got in my Amplified Survival series, but I guess I could install the cape mod, but I'm not going to bother. So we're just going to get 3 pieces of this, and then we're going to start going. So we've actually, as you can see, we've definitely got our 1.8 texture back here, but there we go. Got 3 pieces. And we're going to start trading as soon as possible with these guys. So we actually need 40 pieces. 40 pieces of cobblestone just for 1 emerald. But it'll be completely worth it in the end. We need to make sure that we do keep emeralds. And at least 1 emerald at all times, just in case our tools completely break. If our tools completely break, and then there's no way of us getting more cobblestone to sell, which will basically completely fuck us. So I have already done 1 attempt at this, and it just completely failed. But what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and save up enough for some iron, maybe. I'm not quite sure yet, but we'll see. So we'll get quite a bit of cobblestone here. And there is a few things that I want to get done in the first episode, but not quite sure whether I'm going to do it. These episodes are going to be 30 minutes long though, so I guess we'll be able to get quite a bit done. But yeah, we're just going to get as much of this as we can. We may as well just finish this whole pickaxe, because I think you can do 2 stacks of 60, just over 2 stacks of 64, so that's awesome. Just sit here, we should basically get it all. But yeah, this block is really useful. Obviously this main island here I'm not ever going to remove, because it just looks pretty awesome. And there's probably no way for us to get black wool anywhere else, apart from getting black dye, of course, which we need squids for, so we'd have to get squids to spawn, and that'll just be pretty AIDS, I guess, and then we need sheep and stuff like that, but that's fine. So we'll just use this whole pickaxe and then kind of go from there. So it shouldn't take us too long just to get enough. But we're going to try and upgrade some of the villagers this episode, but it's pretty out of our range for the first episode. I'm not quite sure, because it hasn't taken us too long to get this much cobblestone, I guess. We're only 4 minutes into the episode already, and 2 minutes of that was basically me explaining the map. So maybe we could get enough, you know. Let's just finish off this whole pickaxe, and then we'll go trade in all this cobblestone. By what I've seen, our hunger doesn't go down that often. We are on normal difficulty, as you can see, so our hunger doesn't go down that often, and I don't think it goes down just from normal play. I think it only goes down if you lose health and then you re-heal, which is pretty awesome. I'm not sure how it works, but as you can see, by seeds, pumpkin seeds, melon seeds, cactus, sugar canes, and then this will give us more trades, and it will make everything cheaper, but it costs 16 emeralds, as you can see. So if we go to this sell guy, he sells cobblestone, No, you sell cobblestone to him for an emerald, or you sell stone for an emerald, or rotten flesh, or bones, or string, or you can upgrade him. So we're actually gonna try and save up some emeralds for a thing trade. So we're gonna make another pickaxe. But we need to save up some emeralds for some upgrades. So we're gonna need. We'll use another one of these pickaxes. We'll use 2 more of these pickaxes, and that should. No, that won't give us enough. We need a few for an upgrade. So yeah, it shouldn't take us too long to get an upgrade. But you know, it might take us a while. I'm not sure. We'll see. Hopefully it doesn't take us fucking forever. But as you can see on the right side, it actually says the farmer level, the miner level, the seller level, the summoner level, and it also says our deaths, and as you can see we have 0. So that kind of helps you know whether I've been cheating or not. But whatever. When you do fall, you don't keep any of your items. I could put that on, but I'm not going to do that because it's cheating. So you know. But we'll use this whole pickaxe again. We should get 3 diamonds again, which brings us up to 10. And then we could probably use 2 more pickaxes, get 16, and then upgrade. And then keep selling and selling and selling until we get loads. But I'm not quite going to do that yet. But I think one of the first things we should really do is get a spawner type thing going. And the reason I say that is because we can get rotten flesh, bones, string, stuff like that, which we can then sell back again, and that can just be going in the background whilst we're getting even more cobble. And obviously we use the cobble to extend the islands too, or we can use wood, which we can get from saplings, but we do actually need to upgrade the farmer, I believe, to get saplings. So I'm not quite sure what we're going to do yet. We'll just kind of mess around with it and just kind of see what happens. Because in the first playthrough I did of this, I actually spent all the emeralds like really early on just to get like dirt. Because it's for 1 emerald, it's 6 dirt. So not very good unless you upgrade it. So yeah, I bought dirt and seeds and I was like, yeah, we need to make food, but turns out we don't really even need to make food, so there's no point. But this should get us 3 more emeralds, and we can kind of go from there. And I don't think it's really worth upgrading to an iron pickaxe yet, because, you know, but I'm almost done with that pickaxe here. There we go. Let's go trade these in. So okay, can't quite do that. So we have 10 emeralds. So let's just see what we can buy here. So it's 12 emeralds for 1 spawn chicken, 1 spawn pig, 1 spawn sheep, 1 spawn cow, 1 spawn rabbit. But you may as well just spend it on upgrading him so you can get the other ones cheaper, you know. So oakwood is 1 emerald, seeds, I showed you all that. So the miner, you can get dirt, sand, gravel, coal, iron. And then you can upgrade him, I'm guessing you can get diamonds and stuff later on. Sorry. And then obviously we've got the seller here. You could probably sell gunpowder and some other things to him. But obviously just not quite yet. So we're just going to grab a few pieces more of this. Okay, you know what, we're just going to make 1 more cobblestone pickaxe. Just for the road, you know. So we need to try and get up a good amount. We can probably upgrade the thing this episode, but I believe it only brings it down to like 35 cobblestone thing, but I guess it's useful. But I'm not quite sure whether I want to do that or not, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes, because, you know, we'll just see, because I'm not sure. I'm really not sure what I want to do with the emeralds. You're probably wondering why am I doing all this on camera. It's just because I don't want to make it look like I've cheated, because I could easily just go, you know, / game mode 1, and, well, you can't, but you can just go open to LAN, allow cheats, and then game mode 1, and it's literally as simple as that. But I'm not going to do that, because obviously that is cheating, like I said. So we're going to probably use 1 or 2 more of these pickaxes, hope to get a good amount of emeralds, and just kind of go from there. So I think really we should make a chest, but we haven't got enough wood to do that. It's not really worth doing right now, but we definitely need to light up this island before night time as well, because there a lot of mobs spawn here. But I think as long as we stay in this area, they shouldn't actually spawn here. But they do at some point, so you want to kind of get everything lit up, or maybe slab everything, which would be great, which is what I'm planning on doing if I do build some platforms. So they're going to be all slabs, because torches can be quite expensive, because it's 1 emerald for 4 pieces of coal. So don't know how I feel about that one, but we're going to try and do every single challenge. Oh, I also forgot to read the sign, and you need to do every single Minecraft achievement too. So, you know, this is like build a notch apple. That's like kill a skeleton from 50 feet away. That's ride a pig off a cliff, and there's a lot of things to do. But there's not actually that many things to do, really. Okay. Not that many things to do. Anyways, we can't actually do any of those achievements till we get wood. So, yeah, there's not that many achievements to get, but when we do, it should be all fine and dandy. So, as you can see, we got the XP bar down there, the rainbow XP bar, but unfortunately, the food thing is weird. But that's my own fault. So, food and hearts is still in the old quality, and I'm not sure why it did that. To be quite honest, I couldn't get it to ever fix, which is weird. It's gonna be an odd number again. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Right, let's go trade these in. This one is our seller. Or the one that we sell to, sorry. We're so close to being able to do one more. So, from this next set, guys, we should be able to upgrade, which is awesome. And then we'll kind of just go from there. Like, I'm not really planning on doing much with this episode, to be quite honest, but we'll see. So it's actually starting to turn to night, because there's the moon, it's coming up and the sun's going down. So, could be sort of a panic in a bit, but that's fine, because I'm not sure where the stuff will spawn here. I think because we're on this little bit of island, then nothing should spawn throughout the night, which is good, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Probably wondering why I'm not falling through it now, and it's because I'm still on the edge of this block. So, I think no, I'm not, but basically still on the edge of the other block, so I won't fall. There we go. So we'll sit there. And we just need to use up this whole pickaxe, but as you can see, it's actually getting dark. So after about 10 minutes of in-game time, it gets dark, so... which is all fine and dandy, boys, but we need to use this whole pickaxe. That should get us enough to upgrade at least one thing, and I'm thinking we should upgrade the cellar, not anything else at the moment, and then just kind of go from there. Or we could upgrade the miner and try and get some iron a lot sooner, so I think I might actually do that, because it will allow us to get iron sooner, because I think it'll make iron cheaper, which would help quite a bit. It really would, so I'm actually going to do that. So let's just finish all this pickaxe, and then that'll give us 16 emeralds when we sell it, and then we'll go upgrade the miner, which would be great. Come on. Haven't got long left to go on this pickaxe, but I want to use the whole thing, because then we'll get an extra full buy as well, so we'll have 17 emeralds. Have 1 emerald left and see what we can buy with that, but we won't actually buy anything with it just in case we die, and yeah, you'll see. Haven't got much longer left on this pickaxe. Come on. Come on, I can see that little red bar down there. I'm gonna let that little red bar go down. Come on, child, let the little red bar go down. It's about to go down. Ooh, there we go. Right, let's go down. And let's sell all of this. Boom, boom, boom. And boom, bitches. Right. So let's go to our miner. So as you can see right now, for 1 piece of iron ore, it costs 3 emeralds. So, if we buy this... oh, I feel like that was butt clenched, dude. Right, so what are we going to do with this? Throw. So now this guy should be upgraded. So now we get 7 dirt, 7 sand, 7 gravel, 5 gold ore. See, and now it's 2 emeralds. And we also get lapis, and gold, and clay, and red sand. Shit, 24 to upgrade him next time. But this is going to be very useful. So we only need to get 40 more. And we're not going to waste our sticks. We're actually going to get 40 with this. Because we are... I know it seems like a stupid... Actually, no, we need a stone one at some point anyway to mine the iron that we're going to get. So we may as well just make one now. And let's get 40. Get another emerald. This just really should help us because we'll have iron then to make a thing. Actually, we're going to need to get more than 1 piece of iron. So we're going to need 6 emerald in the end. Which is annoying, actually. Now that I think about it. Shit. That's only for 1 piece of iron. Fuck. Okay. Okay, that's fine. It still doesn't bother me. We'll just rack up some cobblestone here, try and get some more emerald, and just kind of go from there. But we're never ever gonna finish off that stone pickaxe, I don't think. That wooden pickaxe, no fucking point. But we're already 15 minutes in, we're doing pretty good for ourselves already. We've already got our miner leveled up. So there is a possibility that we could get everything that we need by the end of this episode, ready for the next one, so... But I kind of want this to be at least, 20 episodes, maybe even longer, I'm not quite sure. It's kind of in between Amplified Survival and stuff like that. I may even bring Amplified Survival back whilst I'm in the middle of playing Progression, I'm not sure. I'm going to try and do everything on camera. There may be some things I do off camera, maybe things I just don't feel like are worth doing, I guess, but not quite sure yet. We'll see as time progresses. Get it? Did anyone get the... Oh, did nobody? Okay. I'm just going to kill myself now. Bye, everyone. I love you all. I just not loved by anyone right now. Oh, God. Right. Jesus Christ. Go away. Nobody fucking loves you. Sorry, that was me on Snapchat reading, looking, perving. But yeah, we need to try and get 6 emeralds for enough iron, which is it's a bit annoying, but it's fine. Come on, we're so close. It's going to break. 3, 2, 1, 0, 0. There we go. Right. Anyways, guys, I watched Deadpool the other day. Or yesterday, I believe. Very, very good film, I must say. To anyone who hasn't seen it, I recommend going to see it. They haven't sponsored me. I don't think Deadpool would sponsor someone like this. But very, very good movie, I must admit. Awesome, I loved it. It's definitely, I don't really watch, hero type fucking films. I haven't watched the Avengers or anything like that. But the humor was awesome, action was awesome. The plot wasn't the best. But it was an awesome film. The special effects are absolutely crazy too, so I recommend watching it for definite. But we're really close to getting our last piece of iron. We just need to get 40 plus 40, so we need 80, 64 plus 16. Stack plus 16. And then we should have enough for iron, our last piece of iron. We have 3 pieces of iron, plus we actually need 8 for our furnace, and then we also need to use some of our wood to smelt it, which is kind of unfortunate, but then we should have an iron pickaxe, which should help this process go along a lot quicker. Sorry about that tiny cut there. You probably didn't even notice it. You probably wouldn't even noticed if I didn't say anything, but So we needed a stack plus something, plus 8 for a furnace. So we'll actually just make the furnace now. There we go. Cool. Right. So you need to get enough for 2 sets of thing, and then we're going to have to use some wood to smelt it and stuff like that, which is kind of annoying, but that's fine. Let's just place this down here. Keep going. But we need enough for 2 trades, so 64 plus 18. If my math is correct, probably not. Knowing me is probably terrible, but there we go. We'll soon see. Just place that in there already, it's still smelling it. Yeah, we'll soon see whether I'm correct. No, how could I be that wrong? I was only 2 off, but how could I be wrong? I'm off game, guys. I'm off game. Let's go back up real quick. Right. Let's place this last bit in, so we should be able to get an iron pickaxe, but we need to wait for this last bit to be done. We should be able to get an iron pickaxe, which is awesome, and will help us along with this, but whilst that's doing that, we'll just... There you go. Boom. Boom. There we go. Okay, this speeds it up by so much. Holy fuck. This is so much quicker. If we had a diamond efficiency pickaxe, it'd just be fucking crazy, but... Imagine we got a beacon. Just fucking speeding through. It probably wouldn't even be able to spawn that fast. See, look how fast we're getting it now. It's awesome. I wonder if... No. No. Okay. So we'll just try and... We'll use it like this whole pickaxe and then just go from there. The best thing to do would try and get a sustainable pickaxe plus get profit, but probably not going to be able to do that because we've only got about a stack here, and we're probably only going to get about 4 stacks, 5 stacks out of this. I think it only has, it has about double the durability of a normal one, but it's just a lot quicker, speeds everything up. So, I'm not actually sure on the difference in speed, on mining speed. Probably look that up and put it on screen or something, but should be able to get quite a few trades out of this, hopefully. And then we'll just kind of We'll see what happens then. I'm not quite sure what's gonna happen from then. Do 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 do. I'm not very good at beatboxing, I can tell you that now. I really am. But let's try and get as much as we can from this. And then we'll just sell it, see what we can get, and just go from there. Because I'm not quite sure how I want to do this. But I think the easiest, well, not the easiest, but the best thing to actually do if we're going to go for food and stuff, like if we're going to go for a type of animal. Because look, we haven't actually used any food yet. But if we're going to go for a type of animal, I don't suggest, but we should definitely go for a chicken. And the reason I say that, sorry about that, but the reason I say that is because they lay eggs, so we can kind of just get away with buying one chicken egg, you know, instead of buying 2 chickens and then having to breed them and stuff like that, because they lay eggs, so we can kind of go from there. But you know. Come in. Almost done with this pickaxe. How much? 25. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Maybe I counted wrong. I think I counted wrong. No. The last one gives us... we get 1 extra true release on the end, so... Beats. We've got 6 more emeralds. So it isn't quite sustainable, but it would be if we lowered this by doing this. I'm trying to think of anything that would actually be of use to us right now. So there's nothing really in there either. So I guess we're just gonna have to keep stacking up until we can do this, and then just kind of go from there. Because that would be quite useful. But yeah, we're just gonna. You know what? We're gonna go with starting to extend the island a little bit, which means we are going to have to place torches, but that's fine. So let's get about a stack. So let me move this. You can actually hover over 7, press like 1, and it'll take it out. So as you can see, so if I just click on an empty slot, it'll put it in space 1, but if I click on this, so you can actually, or you can move slot 1 to that place, you know, so yeah, it's pretty useful. Just so everyone knows that that's not like a 1.9 exclusive feature. I think it's been up for quite a while now, but I've only just recently kind of figured it out. But it's really useful. I don't really use it too much, not gonna lie, because I usually just kind of shift click stuff. But if you want it in a very specific slot, like, you know, because I have all these spaces, so I say I want it in, you know, slot number 5 there. If I shift click it, it'll put it into the furthest one to the left, as you can see. So you can just be like 5. And then just be like 5, 1. You know, it's just a really easy way of moving stuff around in hotbar. You're probably wondering why I'm not playing this in 1.9, but it's basically impossible to play in 1.9 because this block doesn't respawn, and there's probably a way for me to do that myself and kind of set it up, but I'm not going to bother. It seems like a bit too much work for me. I do like the map, don't get me wrong, but it seems like a bit too much work for me personally. There we go. So we're going to start extending the island. I'm not going to extend it by too much, we're just basically just going to bring out these corners and do that downstairs and just kind of give us a bit more space to work with without fucking having to be, you know, extremely careful of falling off because it's really small. So let's just do this. Let's do this. Blah 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 blah. I don't think we're even going to have enough for doing this. There we go. Right, there we go. So we were definitely not going to have enough for downstairs, but we'll start giving it a go anyway. And for one corner. What happened to all of our wood? Have we used it all? Have we used all of our wood? What? On what? There it is. Jesus, I thought I lost all my wood there. I was gonna say. was wondering where the hell our last piece of cobblestone went, and I realised I placed it. Lucky that I kept 3 pieces for this beautiful pickaxe. But we're just going to try and extend all the corners like that. It just gives us a bit more space to work with for now, you know. And then, you know, we'll kind of extend obviously from there, but we're not going to do that just yet. We're going to make this island a bit bigger altogether. And then we're going to do, like, things coming off of it. But we're going to have to slab all that over at some point as well. Because otherwise we're going to get fucked. That's what I'm trying to say. Come on. Let's just get another stack, I guess, and then we'll start extending again. Probably wondering why I'm doing this and basically wasting time. It's not really a waste of time. I just want everything to start looking a bit nicer. And then kind of at the end of the series, do like a flyover and show you the whole place and show you how nice it looks. Probably won't look that nice because, you know, I'm building it, but you see my point? Wait, didn't I start building on one of these corners? What? Okay. I could swear I started building on one of these corners. Go. Maybe do this last one. Really? Piece of shit. Just need one more. But I actually want to do something else down there as well, so do need a bit more than one. Probably need about 4, 8, 12, 16, 17. I'm gonna need 17 pieces altogether, I believe. I think it's, yeah, you'll see. I think it's a 4-block gap. I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. So if my math is correct, my very terrible math should be right, because I need to place that block in as well. Yeah, there we go. There we go, so we've extended it a little bit, it starts to look a bit nicer. So we will actually make a place for this at some point, but we just haven't quite got around to it yet. You know what, we'll actually do that now. Quickly do it. Let's get a bit of cobble. Kind of want to move this, and I want to move this too. Don't know where I'm going to move them to yet, but there you go. Cool beans. Just kind of want this just because it looks cool. And then we can start, you know, we'll place our stuff somewhere else if we need it, but just kind of want to make this little circle just because it looks cool. But we'll start to build everything up at some point, just not quite yet. But we'll try and get 40 here just so we can make another trade. Get 7 emeralds. There we go. Let's go get... There we go. So we actually reached level 10, which is awesome. Right, okay. So we've got 7 emeralds. We could buy another iron thing, but I'm not going to do that because it does speed everything up, but I'm not going to do it, so. Stops the items from flying everywhere, this little border too. Because usually they kind of just fly everywhere, but I'll try and collect some more before the end of the episode because we're almost at the 30-minute mark. Which is unfortunate because we haven't actually got that much done. We're going to try and get 16 emeralds in the next one to upgrade our cellar so we can just speed everything along. And then we'll probably upgrade the miner if we can. Probably won't be able to get enough, but the miner being upgraded would be very, very useful if we can upgrade him again. Which would, in turn, help us get iron a lot quicker to just kind of keep this sustainable and easy. So... how much are we at? Make sure we got that in a hot bar. We'll just finish off this pickaxe just to the end of the episode, you know. So then we kind of have a decent amount of emeralds to end off the episode with. My arm was like shaking there because I was scratching it. Oh, come on. So we're halfway through the pickaxe. We've already got stacks, so should actually be able to get 3. So we should be able to get 10 emeralds by the end, because we get about 3 emeralds per pickaxe, stone pickaxe, which is awesome. But we only got 6 emeralds per. Yeah, we got about 6 emeralds plus a bit for the iron pickaxe, which isn't good. We need more, because otherwise we are making it sustainable, but it isn't giving us anything extra really. So it's kind of just a waste of time. So if we can make those iron pieces a bit cheaper, then that'll be awesome. Because I believe probably on miner level 4, it would be 1 emerald for like 2 pieces of iron or something like that. It would be even better, you know, which would be sick. So it'd be really useful, and it'd actually, you know, have a great use there, and then we'd just be able to use iron a lot more often. But obviously right now it isn't too useful for us. We'll start working on like a spawner type thing in the next episode too, which will just spawn mobs first in the background and kill them. But it might take us a while, because we need a bucket, which we actually need 3 more iron for, which is going to be AIDS. Sell this. Sell that. Sell that. Okay, there we go. So we got 10. But like I said, do need to end this episode because it's been going for 30 minutes. So if you guys did enjoy this one, then be sure to comment and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace, bitches.